You guys enjoyed the last Womansplaining video? Here's Compilation 2. Let's get to it.
Womansplaining men to women, part 11. I gotta drop another truth bomb on ya. Ladies, it is time to reclaim all the time you're wasting trying to read anything off his face.
Are women actually doing that? Are women actually trying to read the face of guys? Has a woman ever done that to you, Chad? Yeah, yes. Maybe I'm just not a woman. Like at this point, man. What? What? Why would she? Why is she doing that?
It's my team and they're losing, so it's okay.
God, I just got so annoyed.
Fair. Fair! It's his team and they're losing, so he doesn't care. Fair!
Watching this. I know she's trying to be funny, I know that. But I think most guys watching this know she's not joking. I get so annoyed when women date men knowing they like sports or knowing they like video games. Then they keep dating.
Oh my god! And then they get angry at it for liking video games and sports. Like, what are you talking about? Let a man have hobbies! Like, Jesus! Also reminds me of that being one of the icks that women have when he's into sports, when he likes video games. Unattractive hobbies guys can have, sports, video games. Like, shut the hell up. Shut the hell up.
Him to suddenly stop liking sports and video games. As if the moment he agreed to get serious with you, he also agreed to never have hobbies again. And I'm not saying men are never clingy like this, but I do not see passive-aggressive videos of men filming themselves being angry that their wife is ignoring them while she watches RuPaul's Drag Race.
Like,
though
legit?
honestly, a video like that would be funny at this point. Like, oh my god, look at his face. That's a cry for help right there. And I heard him say something like, oh, my team is losing anyway, so it's fine. That's called a coping mechanism.
No!
I used to say shit like that to my bullies in high school who would mess with me as a way of making them think they're not winning. And she called it ignore your wife weekend. A football game is like 3 hours. If a man can't spend 3 hours a week ignoring his wife, what does he even have in this?
Bro, how is it not okay for your partner to do something by themselves for like a short amount of time? 3 hours? In comparison of living together with that person is not a lot. You've got them 24/7, 7 days a week, 30 days a month. What are you complaining about for 3 hours, one weekend? Maybe once a week. Like, Jesus Christ, woman.
World. And stuff like this really messes with guys. See, when you first started dating, you tricked him into thinking that you would be okay with him watching sports or okay with him playing video games. And that brought him a lot of relief to know that you would be okay with that part of him. But this is one of those things that people think will just magically change after marriage. People really trick themselves into thinking that marriage just changes things.
It doesn't! Why would it? As if they're just gonna lose their interest. What are you talking about? Oh.
If he didn't clean before the marriage, he's not gonna clean after. And if he liked sports and video games before the marriage, he's not gonna stop liking them after. The man you date is also going to be the man you're married to. And quite frankly, now he's gonna be worried about you. Because you used to be okay with him having his own space and doing his own thing. And now you aren't. Now he's freaked out thinking, what is she even doing when I'm not with her? Just waiting for me to be with her? Can I even be my own man anymore? And what the hell is going on with this couch situation?
Yeah,
My man is
that's
facing
such a weird
sideways
couch.
to watch the TV? Why are you watching your TV sideways?
Give me a moment, chat. Alright, let's get back to it. We rewind to 10 seconds. Let's look at it.
And what the hell is going on with this couch situation?
Literally, what is?
My man is facing sideways to watch the TV? Why are you watching your TV sideways? Ladies, please, face your couch toward your TV, let your man have his hobbies, and have your own hobbies, or you will kill each other. Womansplaining men to women, part 11. I got it.
Or share hobbies. Both play video games. Both be into sports. No, sports is a harder one for women to get into, to be fair. I don't know. I'm not a fan of sports. But play video games.
Drop another truth bomb on ya. Ladies, it is time to reclaim all the time you're wasting trying to read anything off his face. If you're trying to figure something out, and you go to his face for information, you will receive inconclusive data. They say men are dogs, but in this way men are more like cats. They do not show their pain. Your man could be under the most stress and anxiety of his life, and his face will look like this. Your man could be so euphoric and
I can somewhat read Hexagon. To be fair, I can somewhat read Hexagon, but not because of the way his face looks, but because of his behavioral patterns. You know, I know him. But this one is still true. Because, let me tell you, looking away from the behavioral pattern, Hexagon was visiting me. He was just sitting on the bed, looking off into the distance. And I was like thinking he's sad or something. I asked him, hey, everything okay? You good? Something up? And he's like, no, everything's fine. Why? So you just like staring. You I don't know. You don't seem fine. And he's like, I'm just thinking about PoE and the economy. The PoE economy. Just I don't know what to say. Bro's maxing his whole purchases. You're just jealous! Of what? This guy!
overjoyed, and his face will look like this. Those long silences could be anything. He might be trying to remember a word, or he might be reconsidering his entire life with you, but you're not going to be able to tell from his face. I cannot tell you how many times I've been like, are you mad at me? And he's like, no, I'm trying to remember if it was Ramses or Khufu who was the pharaoh who had over 200 kids. And I'm just like, well, misread that one. And that's no good. I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to get yourself into so much trouble reading way too deep into things. I always say, if you're going to go digging, you're going to find dirt. Like, sometimes girls will try to say certain things to gauge his reaction, to try to, like, catch him. They'll be like, I bet you...
That's so manipulative, man. Like, stop that BS. Like, oh, have you heard about the high elves? What? No, I only know about the low elves. Like, shut up!
I wish I had a nicer body like your coworker Cindy. Like, just to see what you'll say. Dude, he knows it's a trap. Men invented bait. He knows what you're doing. These little traps never work how people want them to, and they are killing good relationships by creating these patterns of toxic self-fulfilling prophecies by jumping to conclusions. If you really want to know what's up with him, ask. Because you're either going to get what you really want.
True and real! Talk! I know low elves was dumb, shut up! But you got what I meant! You got what I meant!
Or he'll finally realize he's holding in a fart and fix his face. This commenter asks, but why do we, the men, always have to be the ones to initiate everything?
Not true! Not true! Real women will initiate!
That is a fucking great question for the ladies. This is almost like one of those chicken and the egg questions. Like, did men become the pursuers because they liked it, or because we like it?
You know what? Fair. Fair.
But, spoiler alert, Womansplaining episode 19, men like being pursued too. They like being told they're cute. They like being asked out. They really like it when you take their hand and pull them away somewhere private.
Aww.
Having been both the chaser and...
This is true, chat! All the 99% males in my chat right now. This is true! She cracked the code. Write this down! Write this down now, Manny. Quickly. Don't just sit here. Start taking notes, bitch. Write this down. You'll never find a boyfriend. This way. You'll never find a boyfriend being a hoe.
the chased at some point in my life, I can say there are pros and cons to both. There's definitely a certain thrill to the chase, as they say, but it comes with a lot of baggage. After all, as the pursuer, you are the only one who carries the risk of rejection.
I don't get this entire chase thing and shit, right? To me, what I do like pre-relationship is like this, like, I don't know, the crushing part, you know? When you have the crush, and you think, oh my god, I like them, like, you know, talking too much. I'm talking too many girly things. Moving on.
And it can be a lot to be the only one dealing with it over and over and over again. And if you tend to want to be pursued, you do get to be in a cozy spot when it happens because you end up being the final gatekeeper. However, that also leaves you up to getting mad slept on because you're never showing your cards or telling people what you want. That's why I think for the cat and mouse thing to really work, both sides need to initiate to some degree. And honestly, ladies, after everything we've been through with the whole Me Too movement and everything, we actually have to start stepping up and initiating more.
Yeah. Because men are now afraid of actually reaching out to women. Because if they do, there is always, unfortunately, the possibility of the woman being a nutcase. And just doing false accusations. Men are scared. Men started being scared. And I get it. I'd be scared too.
Because good men need a really clear, hard, loud green light before they are going to try anything. And shit, ladies, if you love getting what you want, being in control, and letting your consent be known, real easy way to do that is, you initiate it. Womansplaining Men to Women, Part 13. Okay, so low-key, your man doesn't exactly want you to know this, but he also kind of does. He loves the tea. If you found out...
I feel like I already know this. Chat loves tea, I mean... Chat loves the tea. And you're 99% women, yes. You're 99% man. You guys love the tea. That one, yeah.
One of the single soccer moms on your kid's team slept with a ref.
You mean gossip or actual tea? Gossip.
Low-key, he would love to hear about it. Like, he might act stoic, he might act like he's above it, but I guarantee you 1 mile into the drive home, and he's gonna be like, so which ref was it? And don't underestimate his ability to keep track of all the characters. I guarantee you at any time he could list off an entire roster of like 3 different sports teams or the entire cast of like 4 Final Fantasy games. He has the bandwidth. I don't care how manly he is. I don't care if he's 200 pounds of solid muscle with a beard past his man steaks. Even if he's a lumberjack, an absolute lumber snack. Girl, he wants the tea just like the rest of us.
That's just humans. I don't know. I feel like humans generally just love hearing about drama as long as it's not happening to themselves.
Explaining Men to Women, episode 15. Men are the first ones to say, I got it taken care of, before they have even mildly begun to figure it out. But rest assured, they will figure it out.
True though! I got it. But that just reminds me. That reminds me of the South Park. Was it a special? I think it was a special. It was a more recent one. The pandering one! It's the Disney pandering one! It's the pandering one! Oh my god, what a good special that is. Oh my god. Well, who was it? Sharon? I think her name was. Tells Randy about the oven door not being good, and he says, I got it covered. I'm working on it. I don't know, I'm sorry. Put a chicken in it! Make it gay! Exactly!
Now, we all occasionally fly by the seat of our own pants. Men are pilots, absolute aerospace engineers of by the seat of their pants flying. You know how often a man will pull into his driveway just in time for his wife to text, hey, did you pick up that rock salt? And he'll go, yep, as he's pulling back out to go get that rock salt. Is he lying? Yeah, but that's all because your peace of mind is the most important part of the plan. The plan that he does not have, but also totally has. And that tends to frustrate us as women because we tend to be way more type A than men, and we like to have things a little bit more planned out. But people confuse men's
yeah.
not having a plan with not being prepared, and those are two different things. Ironically, the way men do prepare is by preparing for nothing to go according to plan. You know, the one thing us women don't plan for. So you'll notice that when we are getting frustrated because nothing's going according to plan, he's taking it like a champion because he never planned for anything to go right in the first place. Therefore, it's all going according to plan. It's actually kind of annoying how men have not figuring things out all figured out. Womansplaining Men to Women, episode 16. So, if it feels like your man is
The nothing box? I feel like I've heard this one before. I feel like you guys mentioned this just earlier, but I feel like I heard about this too. Where they just think about nothing, right?
ignoring you or is mad at you because he's just kind of staring off. He might just be lost in his nothing.
That is!
See, men do this thing where they accidentally transcend the space-time continuum, and we call it their nothing box. And they really don't know when it's going to happen. They'll just be in the middle of something, and then all of a sudden they just fall through a wormhole. It's something that...
Can you not meditate? To be fair, sometimes I do just, like, stare into nothingness. Mostly it's when I'm on the toilet. It's mostly when I'm on the toilet or taking a bath and just, like, suddenly just, like, go...
he wishes he could do on purpose because it's actually quite peaceful, but he knows that it's going to happen right before you're about to tell him something really important instead. So instead of getting mad at him for unintentionally achieving a state of dharma, here's what to do the next time you see him just reformatting. It's actually a lot like sleepwalking. You don't really want to interrupt it or anything, so instead what you can do is just kind of like leave a message on his chest or just kind of like... put it in his hand or something. He'll figure it out. Next level of your relationship unlocked. You're welcome.
Test it with Hexagon?
Womansplaining Men Part 17. Raise your hand if you are a woman and you believe that men expect praise for doing work. Yeah, it's a pretty common misconception.
No, they don't expect anything.
But let's be clear. Men do not expect praise for anything. In fact, they're almost always super thrown off when they receive it. That's why when you compliment a man, instead of looking happy like you might expect, he might look confused or even mad like he thinks you're messing with him.
Yeah, because guys generally do not receive compliments. What the heck? You good, Tommy? Yeah? You wanna get praised? Alright. Completely caught me off guard, man. what the heck was that? Kitsunero, first time chatting your streams, found you after the insane side of Twitter dogpile. You for saying you love man. I've been watching your videos on YouTube and I'm enjoying your content. Welcome in, buddy. Glad to be having you. What was I saying before all of this? Before Tommy just started singing.
So I think that's why when you compliment a man, instead of looking happy like you might expect, he might look confused or even mad like...
Yeah, because guys don't generally receive compliments. Yeah. But if you compliment a man, I don't know who I'm telling this to, because I know like 99% of you guys are men. To be fair, we have like a 3 to 4% female viewer base, so this is for you girlies. Maybe it's for the gay man. I don't know. If you compliment a man, he will remember it forever. So do it. Just do it.
He thinks you're messing with him. So I think this misconception that men are expecting the praise actually comes from the fact that women are always the ones telling other women to praise their men when they do chores to motivate them to do more chores.
Yeah, that doesn't work. As you learned last time, give them quests. Okay, Tommy. Thank you. Sorry.
And that's really annoying to hear, right? Because it's not like we're getting parades thrown in the street every time we do stuff. But what I've realized is that women who are telling you these things, who are experienced with living with and working with men, are not doing it as some like 1950s Pavlovian dog training. It's just because they've known men long enough to see how strongly they react to appreciation.
Yeah, because it's sad. They don't get compliments at all.
Basic acknowledgement just hits men different. Like, look at this, for example. If someone were to thank you as a woman for vacuuming the living room, you'd either take it as being passive-aggressive.
True. Like, Jenny, like, what do you want from me, bro? Pish, what do you want? Bro, what do you?
Like it's expected of you, or it would just feel like nothing because we receive way better compliments all the time. Like, girl, the other day I went to buy wine and the lady who ID'd me called me movie star famous. What did I do to deserve that?
Oh my god!
Men are not having these experiences. Men are not getting stopped in the street, told how cute their hair is or how cute their top looks on them. Here's the big thing. It's not that men expect praise for doing work. It's that they're sick of being told what they did wrong when they do work. Ooh. Look, I'll tell on myself real quick. I used to never cook. My husband did all the cooking. And if I so much as heated up SpaghettiOs on the stovetop, my husband would thank me for cooking.
That's adorable.
That is so silly, and yet it made me feel good, and it made me want to learn how to cook better. And I did, and I'm a great cook now. So I want you to stop looking at giving your man accolades as babying him or putting yourself down. And I want you to start thinking about it as, how can we both validate and reassure each other in healthy ways? Can't build an empire without lifting each other up.
True! Facts on facts on facts on facts on facts! Facts on facts on facts on facts on facts! Men are easy. Just be nice to them. Just be nice to them. Men are puppies. Men are not dogs, right? But men are puppies. They just, you know, men are puppies. You just gotta love them. Be nice to puppy. Be nice to puppy and, you know? Is that why we stick? I don't know. Why we like sticks? Oh, probably, yes. Don't be nice to me, you'll give me hope. No! Would be great if everyone could just be nicer to each other, you know? It's like you pick up the angry kitten from the street. It may be a little angry at first. Yeah! Wait, the shtick argument works. It does, doesn't it? Remember, some women prefer bears and not throwers. Those women are dumb. Simple. Those women are dumb. End of discussion.